In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Sorry about that, wrong button. Why do the names of people I know come up in the notification? Eye roll. I have no idea what that means. That's odd. I don't know if when you go in to look and watch, maybe it's the people that are watching with you. I really don't know. But I do know that the wind is picking up out of the south. We have you hope the Aggies get beat by like Utah State. Come on, at least give us that one. Hey, I get that though. I deserve that. I mean, for having two Aggies in this house. So Toledo Bend, interesting looking clouds here. It looks like almost like a pileus cap cloud right there. Like when you get the little hat on the thing as it's trying to grow. It doesn't look like the right environment for that, but still looks kind of cool. So we do have I think a lot of rain coming into the forecast for the weekend. So if you do have plans, long weekend plans, get out there and get your umbrella, your gear all ready because it is going to be wet. We're going to see lots of shower and thunderstorm activity, I think starting as soon as later today. So yes, I pulled rain chances back a little bit. I expanded them into Sunday, and it looks like we are going to see quite a wet go of things. That's a look at Alexandria right now. You can see the heavy rain up into Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Mississippi right now. And what's going to happen here is that boundary, that front, is going to sink to the south, and we're going to see waves of rain, pretty much waves of heavy rain over the next 3 or 4 days. 81 degrees Alexandria, obviously cooler to the north. You see those yellows up there. I was looking this morning, a meteorologist in St. Louis posted in their home weather station, it was 49.5 degrees. We are not there, not yet. But that front, that cooler, that change in the air masses, that's going to set up overhead, and we're going to see a lot of rainfall out of this thing, I think, possibly some flooding issues, isolated. When I say flooding, I'm not talking about some widespread crazy river flooding event, but when you get 5 or 6 inches of rain, the streets can get a little nasty. Dew points 78 degrees in Lake Charles. That's too much. 74 Alexandria. So we are out of that brief little wind down where we saw that humidity come down a bit. That's over with for a little while as that rain is moving in. It's because of a southerly flow coming in off the Gulf. That front to the north, so we'll see a couple of showers out of that one to the south, the sea breeze, and then to the north there comes that larger boundary, that front that's going to actually push thunderstorms into the area, and they're just going to kind of run in on that northwesterly flow along a front. We got a lot of things coming together to create waves of rainfall for the next several days. I will take a quick look at the tropics before we dig into what's going to happen locally. We have a 20% chance for development on this. No worries locally. Again, was talking about that strong wave off the African coast. We'll keep an eye on it. There's nothing really indicating any sort of threat, and Fernand has officially gone away. So there he goes. Just a little swirl out there over the North Atlantic and not hurting anyone. So for today, we actually have a severe risk. We have a marginal risk for severe weather up into Natchitoches Parish, Wynn Parish, and parts of Sabine. And that's because we're going to see some storms sinking into the area by late this evening. I don't think it's going to be a widespread issue, but we could see some possible severe wind and then a marginal risk for severe weather once again on Friday for a chunk of the area. I really think this isn't going to be so much of a severe event as it is going to be the possibility of seeing some heavy rain for a lot of folks. 92 at 1, 91, 4 p.m. We will be in the 90s today, but we will not be in the 90s again for a while. Now, we haven't seen a future cast like this in a while, so here is your HRRR model. By about 7 p.m., storms are just pushing into Louisiana from the north, and I think these probably hold together. So that's why we have that slight to marginal risk up north. And as this heads to the south, we're going to see the threat for some strong winds out of these. I don't see a big hail threat. I don't see a big tornado threat, but some gusty wind is possible, especially if this line can organize a bit more. And then right behind it, we do this again. I mean, tomorrow, again, wave number 2 here, about 11 a.m. coming into the area. Showers and thunderstorms pretty widespread with that one. Then we probably clear things out for the evening, and you see on Saturday it just starts to come back and we get more shower and thunderstorm activity once again. So for today, we have a slight risk of excessive rain in the northern half of the area, marginal risk there bounding that on the south, and then tomorrow it looks like a slight risk for a larger part of the area. So there is that low-end flash flooding risk, low-end severe threat, but really the big deal here is we're going to see 2 to 4 inches of rain over Labor Day weekend. It's going to be a not a washout, but it's not great. I mean, we're going to see a lot of rainfall, I think, again, starting as soon as late this evening and then continuing into Sunday. Let's take a look and see what that 7-day forecast says. Yeah, I went up on the rain chances again. Friday, it's pretty much a lock. Saturday as well. Sunday, 60%, but again, trending upward. We were at 30% yesterday, slowly kind of stepping that up as it looks like we were going to hang on to those rain chances a bit longer. And after that, it looks great. So Labor Day itself, I think, is good. 88 degrees, overnight low of 68, and then we'll be warm next week, but we're not going to see any widespread rainfall for the first half of the week, and really, I don't think beyond that. Temperatures remain pretty much in check for this time of year with highs in the upper 80s and low 90s. Again, we're from September 5th to the 11th here, and it looks like at least some scattered activity rain-wise, but nothing tropically speaking. So kind of crazy. So let's see. Going into the comments. Again, they're still acting weird, so I don't quite understand what's going on with that, but I have to click on things now to get there when I used to just have all the comments right there. But, now I can't see them at all. Come on, Facebook, help me out. Help me out a little bit. All right, I'll look at the comments. I'll go answer them here after I get out of the video. But yes, it's going to rain a lot this weekend, and I will have full details for you on all that stuff. I'll be updating things later today on the 24-hour channel. Not sure about Tom. We'll see how the cataract recovery is going. He might be gracing your screens later this afternoon. But I hope you have a great Thursday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning.